Comment, bienvenue, welcome once again to the Love Entrepreneur Show with Larry Coslet. Today's special guest is Cornelia Stark, who recently went through the Big Fix, which is the prima facie part of what is Love Entrepreneurs. It's a fellowship, it's a group of people that help you ascend to rise through applying their own information and giving you feedback so you can make better decisions. So, Larry, can you talk with Cornelia about her Big Fix experience?
Well, over to you, Cornelia. I think it's fair to say that we hope that people will come along to Big Fixes and experience it as a mind-opening journey where they can actually begin to think slightly differently about their businesses. And I want to sort of be very clear. It is not that people have to have a problem that they desperately want to have fixed. It's not that there is something wrong with their business. Very often people come along because they want a fresh outlook upon their businesses, or maybe they're blocked in some kind of way, or just cannot get to wherever they need to get to. And often also people ask a question, and what happens is that the answer is actually not the question that they've actually asked. The answer comes through the process of chatting things through. Really, this is a shared experience. So, Cornelia, you're the star of the show, and it's about your business and you and what you experienced, really, and how you can share that experience with others and let them know what happened to you.
I will say it was a wonderful experience, and I'm so glad I did it. Um, because when you are working on your business, it can be very lonely at times, as we all know.
Mm.
So the Big Fix really is all about collaboration. It's all about getting ideas. It's all about getting a different perspective on things. And I think sometimes we can be stuck walking along a road and we feel we're not getting anywhere. But the Big Fix really allows you also, when you prepare for the Big Fix, to dig a little bit deeper into your business. And you can then also see, here I'm actually not quite sure. So that can be then highlighted during the Big Fix when you talk about your business, and people give you feedback with their ideas, and through the talking process, as you said, uh, the puzzle pieces fall into place. I mean, in my case, you, and I'm sure you remember, it was a massive breakthrough for me. And now I know exactly what I offer, because sometimes, particularly when you start again fresh, um, what do I actually offer, right? And that was so obvious in the end, really. And I'm very glad that I did the Big Fix. And I honestly, from my heart, I recommend it for anyone who feels stuck or wants to move forward in their business. Literally, by just gathering ideas from other people. It is such a valuable tool, that I highly recommend it.
I guess when you're
So
really
yeah,
close to your own topic for a long period of time, it's quite
yeah.
see with true perspective.
Well, let's
Mm.
talk about that, right? Because I wanted to talk about this briefly. So describe to the audience what you came with, what you wanted to offer, what you want to offer, and where you actually ended up getting this breakthrough. Because they might be wondering, "Ooh, well, that's great. What was the breakthrough?" I mean, I know what
Yeah.
it is. They want to hear.
So what, yeah, basically what I offer, it's the big topic, really, the overall umbrella topic is emotional intelligence, right? Because I think worldwide, globally, there is a lot of work to do. there's too much toxicity out there, and it is moving from toxicity, immature behavior to mature behavior, really. But in my particular case, I always had the feeling it was in regards to relationships, but not quite sure. So anyway, what happened during the big fix was what came out. My biggest pain, really, my biggest pain was actually codependency, believe it or not. And you would have never believed it in a million years, because what I projected outwardly was the opposite. So it came as a surprise to a lot of people when they then cottoned on to the fact that I was severely codependent. Now, I was also riddled with addictions. Now, luckily, it was just smoking. I never had anything else, but I managed to overcome that addiction after 40 years. And now I what I do is I rewire nervous systems, right? So that you become a completely different identity. So I don't see myself as a smoker anymore, meaning I don't actually feel I need a cigarette, nor do I see any tobacco shops, right? Because that is completely out of my mind, and I don't attract that anymore. So what happened during the big fix was, through the talking and through that process of talking and gathering different ideas, all of a sudden it came to me, oh my God, yes, codependency, addiction, that was actually the biggest pain. And that is what I meant to teach, to eliminate, which is in line with mature and immature behavior. Think about any addiction is immature behavior. So even chronic stress, and people don't know that they are suffering from chronic stress, is immature behavior, right? So being a workaholic is immature behavior. So, and to investigate this all is a delight, and knowing this all, it gives you such a clear direction, and you don't doubt yourself anymore. And it makes your heart jump with joy, where before it was a little bit, not sure. But when you get the input from others, right? Because I will also ask questions. So, what do you mean by this then? And could you kind of explain, could you go a little bit deeper on this one? Or I don't think you will need this one, right? So you get feedback, and it's not criticism. If people see it as criticism, then that's ego at play. If you see it as feedback, as in moving you forward, then that's the right tool to have. So yeah, for me was codependency and self-mastery, and I'm in the process of writing a spiritual textbook, because I love spirituality, called Unshakable and Unbreakable Mature Confidence for Women. Mature, that is the kind of highlight. Mature confidence. I'm not promoting arrogance. I am promoting mature confidence, which is different.
And to those who don't understand about codependency, and then many of us on the Big Fix didn't really, we thought we did at the base level. But as you took things deeper, we realized very quickly that we didn't. Can you give us some examples of, things that are codependent examples, things that we might not have, appreciated?
Yeah. There are two that come to mind straight away. You are either a people pleaser or you are a fixer, right? So you see people as projects. That was the case for me. I wasn't as much a people pleaser. I would stand up for myself. If I felt that something wasn't right, I would say no. Now, that wasn't probably always the case when I was younger, but I learned that obviously over the years. But I was more the fixer, making sure that everyone is happy. Now, you could say that goes into people pleasing. On occasions, yes, but not always. So if something felt it wasn't right for me, I would say no. So let's say, I'll give you this example. If someone had offered me drugs, right, I would have said no. Simple. I wasn't interested in drugs because of the smoking. I knew that I was addicted to the smoking, and that was the danger for me. So subconsciously, I was aware of it. So when you are codependent, you have a fear of being left inside and you are lonely because you're so used to making sure that people are okay, and only then will you feel okay when the other people feel okay, right? So it's all about emotions, and codependency can be crippling for you, right? Because it can take a huge toll on you psychologically, um,
For sure.
emotionally, spiritually,
Mm.
um, because it is an addiction, right? And although it is not classified officially as an addiction, but really it is a love addiction, so to speak.
As
And
opposed
it
to,
goes, yeah, it goes into other areas of life as well, because it's not just for relationships. That is the same for business, that's the same at work, right? So you stay actually longer in relationships than you should. That was also the case for me. I should have left earlier, but no, you try and try because you want to fix it. There you go.
yeah, I mean, it's such an interesting topic,
Mm,
codependency, and I would
mm,
really, I'm looking forward to onboarding you into the silver world, and
mm,
generally into a world where we can all
mm.
collectively learn from your wisdom, because you've gone through all of this. You can
Yeah.
identify. I mean, listening to you speak, I'm listening and I'm hearing things about me, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm the fixer. I'm the fixer. I'm the fixer.
Mm,
It's
mm,
easy to sort of deviate from my perspective. Oh no, I'm not a
mm.
people pleaser, or I am a people pleaser, which then takes away the attention from the fixing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And we
Mm,
play in our minds, well, I'm not that, I'm not that, oh, but I might be that,
mm.
and but I think it's at its very essence for me, it's about finding inner freedom. This is it, by being
Yep,
able
it
to
is. It is.
okay with being me. Being me is just okay, thank you very much.
Mm, mm,
And that is all right. That's all we need.
mm,
We don't need anything else. And I think there are so many people in this world now, I'm sure Gareth would agree here, that are running on empty. They're running, running, running. There's fear of missing
Very
out.
much so. Very
You
much so.
know, I'm not everywhere. Why am I not everywhere? Well, because it's not normal actually to be everywhere. Why don't you just focus on being here, being present, and being in the now? So, I realized very quickly when I spoke to you and was part of that big fix, I thought, oh, crumbs. I thought I knew what codependency was. No, I didn't.
mm,
I knew what the
mm,
surface of codependency. I
That's
didn't
right.
really understand it.
That's
And
right.
it's, through doing that big fix, I mean, actually, not only was it helpful for you, I think it was extremely helpful for many other people in the room too, to realize that actually when they
Mm,
fix this sort of, and it can be, work related codependency. It can be, I mean, I'm a recovering alcoholic, okay, as you know. So, work can be a mask for avoiding feelings, but I love the way you talk about
mm.
maturity. It's a form of immaturity, this
Yeah,
whole work. It's running away. It's doing that
that's
child.
running away. Yep, that's right. That's right. And when we then also look, imagine you're wearing a crown, right? So you were born, the crown was put on your head, and over the years, the crown slipped a little bit, right? You picked up maturity, you picked up immaturity, some immaturity kept with you. And I come along and say, hello, actually, how about putting that crown straight again? So it doesn't mean that I want to change you into me. No, not at all. I want you to understand your own immature behaviors that you can rectify it. Now, if you don't want to rectify it, well, there's nothing I can do about it, right? But at least it's for you to understand, oh, that's actually immature. Wow, I didn't know that, right? Or we have beliefs. We wonder why we're not moving forward in our business. Do you know many people have a fear of success, mainly women? Now, it's not logical to have a fear of success, but I certainly did have a fear of success without me knowing it until I discovered all my beliefs I had about success, right? Now, the burnout makes sense why I experienced that, okay? So it's all about self-mastery emotionally and being realistic with ourselves. It's not turning people into perfection, not at all.
Right.
It's moving them into excellence. And for me, it is all about change of identity. As I said, with the example of smoking, I don't see myself as a smoker anymore. That is gone. That's the past. I have now a new life.
If you enjoy what Cornelia is talking about and want to find out more, please do visit the website that is on the ticker at the bottom, which is www.elevated-minds.co.uk. Transform to perform. And also, there's I've got a handy QR code. If you want to scan that, that will take you there as well. But I also want to draw attention to the other QR code down the bottom. It's down there, isn't it? There it is. Which is goes to start off your big fix. Now, the big fix is entirely free, but I would say if anyone wants to get another view, get eyes on their business from a perspective they perhaps not had, then this is one of the easiest ways of doing it. Do click on that QR code and scan it through. So do visit elevatedminds.co.uk or loveentrepreneurs.com. Thank you so much, Ellery, for sharing this show, and Cornelia for taking the time out today. And to all of you watching, please to keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars, and look after that mental health. Until next week, bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.